You are now listening to the Teamheel podcast.
Describe what Marcellus Wallace looked like. What? Say what again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Say what one more goddamn time. What? He looked like a bitch.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Word life. Basic
thugonomic.
Word life.
Word to your mother.
Yeah.
Word to the cockfist.
Cockfist. Ha ha.
Cockfist party, people. Yes, cockfist party.
Cockfist.
Let's get that hashtag on WrestleMania side. Even the little kids are agreeing.
Next weekend, baby, the cockfist party.
Roman Reigns fans. The cockfist fans.
We are literally 9 days away, ladies and gentlemen, from WrestleMania 31, which a lot of people, holy shit, yeah, that too, that are saying right now as we speak, this could quite possibly be the worst WrestleMania in the history of WrestleMania, according to some people out there, according to reports out there.
These people have not watched WrestleMania 9 or 11 if they're making that claim, man. Go watch WrestleMania 9 or 11 and then make that claim, because in recent years, yeah, this could be one of the worst ones. I don't know. They will have to do a lot to top 27 for me. 27 was just overall it was overall bad. I mean, Snooki was on that card. Like, this one has potential to have good matches, I will say that, but I don't know. The build has been really bad. I'll say that. The build has been really bad. This is probably one of the worst built Manias, but the matches could actually be pretty decent.
I agree. I really can agree with that as well. And it's crazy because think about it. Yeah, WrestleMania 27 for a lot of people has been really a bad WrestleMania. And just to think, I made my debut here on YouTube under my old channel, Mr. 908 Steven, the day after WrestleMania when Edge announced retirement. And I can't imagine for a reviewer in that time period, back in 2011, who's been there longer at the time, making a review for that WrestleMania and just how bad, I can just imagine, just the idea of it. Like, holy shit. And now, here we are, 31, which, again, people are saying it's bad, it's going to be bad, it's going to be bad. We don't know until it actually happens, people.
Yeah, I think this one, because, like, the ladder match should do enough for people to, like, kind of mark out for it. Orton and Rollins, I think, is going to be the best in-ring match, and I think Triple H and Sting will still be a really good match. But, like, really, to be honest, it's just, like, storyline-wise, this WrestleMania is going to be terrible. Match-wise, this one could actually be a decent one, where you kind of remember it just because it had, like, one or two really good matches that you really liked.
Exactly. I agree with you on that one as well. But, yeah, guys, again, this is episode 85 of the Teamheel podcast. We are finally live here on Google Hangouts on the Teamheel podcast YouTube channel. It is 11:42 p.m. It is March 20th, 2015. We thank you all for tuning in, whether it be here on the live stream, whether it be on the playback, whether it be on iTunes, whether it be on Stitcher Radio. We thank you for tuning in. All right? We're going to ask from all of you the following things that what we want for you guys to do right now. It's quite simple. Comment down below with your thoughts on what we have to say throughout this podcast live. We want you to hit the like button down below. Come on, click the like. You want to. Subscribe, which I think is the most important one of them all. Okay? Now, I think the most important one, after that, I think it's the most important one is share. Share this throughout all your social media. Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr. If you know Facebook pages related to pro wrestling and all that, copy and paste the link, put it there. People can check it out and, spread the word, in a nutshell. But guys,
promotion.
Exactly. Help the promotion. If you want to interact on Twitter, you can hit the Twitter account at Teamheel Podcast. Use the hashtag THP. And of course, as always, I'm Heel Steven.
Oh, forgot. No Google.
Oh, Walter botching.
Hey, I'm sorry, I forgot. So used to those Google effects, but knowledge of wrestling.
And I'm Chase Oliver.
Exceed the cockfist master, so they say.
Yep, Cockfist Master, the only Cockfist supporter here on YouTube. Hashtag don't let the haters get to you. Hashtag Cockfist. Hashtag next champ. Hashtag best ever. Hashtag spear. Hashtag Superman punch. Hashtag Samoan. Hashtag The Rock. You get the idea. The greatest.
Hashtag I'm not even Samoan, but fucking I'm for Samoan anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not even Samoan. You know, I do feel you. I do feel you. You know what's funny? On Raw this past Monday, Roman Reigns debuted a new shirt. I don't know if you saw it.
I can.
I will.
All he needed was "I came," and that would have been it. I came. All he needed on that shirt, and that's all he really needed. But yeah, you know, overall, guys, this past week, as far as wrestling is concerned, it was there. I'm gonna say it was there.
It was a dull week.
Okay. Then again, it's always been a dull week, you know.
Yeah.
It's always been a dull week in wrestling, you know. But again, you know, I didn't watch all of Raw. I'll be very honest again. I never really watch a 3-hour Raw. I just don't. And not because I don't want to do it. It's more of the fact that I come back from work. Mind you, I leave work at 7:30. I get home like around 9, so I missed the first hour by default. And I tune in, and it's like, hooray, I guess, you know? Like, woohoo, whoopee, you know?
Yeah.
You know,
You're not missing much because like the first hour is usually taken up by like the Authority cutting a promo, and then some random like match that no one cares about, and then maybe just like random segment that's kind of important to the show. But other than that, you can miss 1 hour of Raw. Oh, you can miss 2 hours of Raw, and you'll be fine. Like
exactly.
That's the bad thing about that's the bad thing about WWE nowadays. Like I remember like when I would come home from school and stuff, I couldn't miss 1 minute. I was like, oh shit, if I miss a minute of Raw, I'm gonna be pissed off because I might be missing something great. Nowadays, I'm just like, I can miss a little bit of this and it won't hurt me at all. You know, if there's a match I don't like, I go to the bathroom now. Like before, I used to be one of those guys that was just like, I can't leave during this Divas match. It could be something important.
Oh, fuck yeah, I can't leave right now. Here. What, there's a segment right now on Raw? I gotta watch this right now.
Yeah.
Holy shit, are you nuts?
Oh, no, I pass.
It was just like it was like this week's episode of Raw, it would be like if WrestleMania was like a month or 2 away, it would have been a good episode. But the problem is WrestleMania is 2 weeks away, and it just felt like, Jesus, like this is all you could do for a show that's just 2 weeks away? Like, I even titled in my Raw review, just watch the main event. That's all you needed to watch from this week's episode of Raw. You didn't need to watch anything else. I mean, everything else was kind of the same if you look at the storyline build and everything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the funny things that we're going to talk about some major, I guess, things that happen on the show. Major. We're not going to go into every detail in depth because I feel like it's pointless. But anywho, yeah, before the show, there was a report that came out. Because Raw was live from Des Moines, Iowa, okay? And there was a report that came out regarding a couple of fans who went to the show. They paid for a front row seat, whatever it was, and they went dressed as wrestling legends from the past. You know, there was a guy who was dressed as, you know, Hulk Hogan. Another guy dressed as Macho Man Randy Savage. Another guy dressed as the Big Boss Man. Ultimate War. You kind of get the idea, right?
Mm-hmm.
And apparently, they paid front row seats, whatever, to attend the show. They were dressed as legends from the past, and apparently, like not even like at the end of the first hour, they were told to dress up into a different clothing, not have what they were wearing, pretty much.
Why?
By security. Which is a good question. That's a very, very good question.
That's dumb.
And I agree. I do agree with that 100%. I think it's dumb, but that's what happened apparently. And the thing is that one of the guys apparently wrote a blog. I forgot what site it was. And in the blog he said, I guarantee you, if I was to be dressed as Roman Reigns or John Cena, then there would have not been a problem. But because we were dressed as these legends from the past, it's an issue. And I do agree. I think it's dumb because number one,
we've seen fans in the past. We've seen fans in the past like dress up like as the legends in the ringside. So I don't get why that's a problem. Like Mankind was in attendance once. We see people dress up as Sting all the time. I mean, I don't get why this is a problem.
I think the fact that there were people that were dressed as Macho Man. There was a guy who dressed as Ultimate Warrior. You got to remember they're both passed away. They're no longer with us.
I just think it's just like they feel like it's a distraction to the show.
It could be too. It could be as well. You know, I'll give you an example. Knowledge of Wrestling. We wwere there in New York for TNA at the Manhattan Center, and there's guys that we were sitting. Like what, in the fourth row, a row up in front of it, there were a couple of guys that were dressed as Ric Flair, Billy Gunn, X-Pac, and Triple H, and it was the most funniest shit. It was the most funniest shit the whole show. But you know, there was some distraction with Earl Hebner and all that. But that was off the camera, though. You know.
Yeah. But
to an extent, do I think it's bullshit what they did? Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah, they made them wear Uso shirts.
Exactly. Out of all things, right? Yeah, all right. Yeah, like fuck. Yeah, fuck. All right, give me a Kevin Owens shirt. Give me a Finn Balor shirt.
Nope. No cool shirts.
Give me a fucking I don't know. Give me a fucking Daniel Bryan shirt. That new black shirt with the red and the blue burgundy. Give me that. Or give me a fucking Authority shirt, but don't fucking give me an Uso shirt. How dare you disrespect me by giving me a fucking Uso? Mind you, nothing against the Usos. But let's be blunt here, right? If you were dressed as a legend, okay, and they were to tell you, hey, we need you to put on a different shirt, we need you to get out of your costume because it's a distraction to the show. And they were gonna give you a shirt. What shirt would you expect them to give you? Or what shirt would you want to be?
I would expect them at this point maybe give me a Reigns shirt or a Cena shirt, just because you see a bunch of people wear those. Well, mostly Cena shirts, yeah. So like a Cena shirt, like why the Usos out of all fucks in the world? Is that like do they just not care?
I think it has leftovers. I think it has more to do with the fact that no one buys Uso shirt. Let's be fucking real.
Actually, people do. The Usos are number 7 when it comes to WWEshop.com.
Oh wow!
Oh god, number 7.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Hey, that's good. Number 7, that's good.
Hey, listen, I see people wear more. New York Knicks hats than fucking Uso shirts.
Okay, you're comparing the Knicks to the fucking Usos. You're comparing the Knicks to the Usos. Like the Knicks are a storied NBA franchise. The Usos are some like jobber tag team in the PG era. Like.
Listen, I see fuckers wear more New York Knicks shirts and jerseys but that's around the point. Comments here that I'm seeing on the threads. Let's see look at the comments real quick. We're not taking calls right now, guys. By the way, we'll let you guys know when to call in. On the account that people just call in, but again, we'll get to the calls in a bit. Comments here that I'm seeing. Aisha writes, "What's up, guys? Good to hear you guys talk about anything." Well, we're happy that you're listening to the show tonight, Alicia. Thank you.
Loyal viewer.
Yeah, loyal viewers from the very beginning, I would assume. Mr. White Keith 18 writes, I'm the same way. I don't really watch Raw anymore. I usually just watch stuff that is on YouTube or catch up on other shows. American Alucard writes, WWE doesn't care about putting on good shows. Vince even said, people complain, but they'll be back until fans start speaking with their wallets and stop supporting WWE heavily during the bad times. They don't even have to change or improve. Well, it is what it is, Hey, you want to attack WWE? Attack them with the wallets. But
it's hard because, like, people say that, like, oh, just attack them where it hurts them with the wallets. But, like, that would be somewhere like a Chicago or like a New York or somewhere like that could do that. But, like, if you're, like, let's say, for example, Iowa, how often do you get anything going on in Iowa? Like, I'm just being dead real here. If you're in Milwaukee, what's going on in Milwaukee? Montana, what's going on in Montana? I mean, honestly, like, those smaller cities, like, and I'm not trying to say their cities are fucking small. Just know, if anyone feels insulted, I live in Los Angeles. So besides New York or some Texas cities, I think your shit's small. So when it comes down to it, it's just like those smaller cities, they get excited when WWE comes to town. So for people to say, oh, just attack them with their wall, it's like, yeah, if you're in Chicago or something, let's start that movement. That'll definitely wake Vince up. But after that Chicago incident, they'll change one day, and then they'll go to some small fucking town, and then that small fucking town will sell at the joint because, let's face it, wrestling doesn't come here that often. We don't have a local sports team to really cheer for, so we're going to go to a wrestling event. Just being real here.
Exactly.
This whole attacking the wallet scene, I totally get where people are coming from, but at the end of the day, it won't really work because some smaller cities don't get anything whatsoever. And also, it just shows, like, New York, some passionate wrestling fans, they sold out SummerSlam like that. They sold it out like it was nothing. So it's not like...
The Barclays Center.
Yeah, the Barclays Center sold it out like it was crazy. So,
Yeah,
just saying, like...
Now the only way you can buy tickets is on StubHub.
Yeah, StubHub bought 3,000 tickets.
And not only that, but let's say you want a middle row seat, that's $300 or more. The cheapest seat at the Barclays Center for SummerSlam 2015 is like $150.
Wow, really?
Pretty much.
I think so.
I got
Yeah,
I got my premium seats for only like $80 at Staples. Like, well, because I know people from Staples, but still.
Oh,
that's
there
crazy.
you go. You know people from the Staples Center.
Yeah.
You lucky West Coast. Just kidding. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah. Oh yeah, West Side.
Mm-hmm.
But excuse me. What happens when you drink a lot of Snapple? You know, it happens. Come on now. But anywho, yeah. But again, you know, if you're gonna give me a shirt to wear, if I can't wear a shirt that I'm wearing, then fuck, you better give me a fucking nice, hot, demand shirt. You better not give me no fucking Uso shirt. I'm sorry.
It's so crazy.
Come on. Don't you want to support the great team that is the Usos? I mean, they're the tag team of our generation.
They are.
Oh, the Young Bucks.
Who?
Speaking of which, apparently, yeah, WWE has been really, really trying to take digs at the Young, which I really find hilarious.
I don't know why.
Apparently, the reason is because they have turned down a WWE tryout.
Oh, wow.
And my take is this: listen, I mean, if you turn it down, you turn it down. There's no big deal, really.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
You know. Now, the WWE for some reason feels so offended by it. Like, holy shit, they just committed the ultimate sin that we have to take digs at them every time. To the point now where WWE was trying to trademark the click sign, you know, throw them up.
The Too Sweet, yeah. Well, actually, here's a funny thing. The Too Sweet is not actually trademarked by. Is actually trademarked by a college. It's not trademarked by. Yeah, so it's like the I forgot Wolfpack or whatever. Not Nevada State. Fucking North Carolina or some shit. No, North Carolina's the Tigers. I don't know, but it's North Dakota State. There you go. North Dakota State University is that has the trademark for the Too Sweet sign. I think WWE's just trademarking it, not really to spite the Young Bucks. I think they're just trademarking it for Kevin Nash, right?
I mean, that could be too. If you think about it, yeah, Kevin Nash.
I mean, no offense, actually, so much offense to the Young Bucks. You guys are no ones compared to Kevin Nash. I'm sorry. You guys are nobodies compared to Kevin Nash. Like, you could stand next to Kevin Nash, and more people will go to Kevin Nash's booth than to your booth. Because Kevin Nash is a fucking legend, and he fucking drew a lot of money for the company. So I don't get why the Young Bucks are really mad about the Too Sweet.
No, they're not mad about it. They're not mad about it. It's like, okay, I just find it hilarious. They just find it hilarious right now. They're not mad about anything like that. They're not, you know, they're not pissed off or mad any type of way whatsoever. But it's one of those things where you think about it, you know, they're WWE really going out of their way, even to the point where Mark Henry in a promo against Roman Reigns said, "You Young Bucks think you guys know it all, but you haven't been anywhere." Reference to Roman Reigns, calling him a young buck. Even the fact that the Usos, yeah, funny I'm talking about the Usos again, have you noticed they have been throwing a lot of super kicks in their matches?
Well, don't they always throw super kicks?
I think they have, but because of what happened now, they're making.
I think you're looking way into this, man. I don't think they're trying to take jabs at the Young Bucks. I think this is the Young Bucks on Twitter doing their usual thing, being angry for no reason. And now people are saying, yeah, you're right, Matt and Nick. They are taking freaking jabs at you guys. Like, I think you're looking way into it.
It could be. It really could be. But at the end of the day, we just never know, right?
Yeah.
At the
It
end
could
of the
be.
day, we just never.
I don't see why Vince would
But,
take jabs at like a little team that means very minuscule to them. Like, you know, the Young Bucks, like Jim Cornette said, how many arenas have the Young Bucks sold out? So
Tokyo Dome?
well, that's not them though. That's fucking Nakamura. That's freaking Tanahashi. That's all Tanahashi. That's all these people, not fucking the Young Bucks.
I mean, that is true. I mean, the Hammerstein, that.
Okay, come on, man. That's reaching. That's reaching.
I know. I'm being so fucking smarky right now. I'm being so fucking indie mark. Oh my god.
Young Bucks.
Mark's be like, oh, Young Bucks are the best, man. How dare you, man?
They're a good team. They're the best tag team out there.
Yeah, they are. As far as on the indies are concerned, I say this as well. If you have them sign a deal to WWE, it's the death to the indies.
Yeah, it hurts the indies a lot if they go.
Exactly. Apparently, to the point now, as you know, WWE has been raiding the Ring of Honor roster. Right? That's been a report as well. And the thing is that Ring of Honor is trying to lock in certain talents to contracts. Yeah, I did the same thing as well. But at the same time, though, they're trying to lock in the Young Bucks. They're trying to lock in the Bucks so they don't go. Even if that, like, come on, we never know, right? Unless WWE is to offer them some gigantic, enormous amount of dollars, right? I don't see them turning down that New Japan money.
Yeah, the New Japan money is too hot right now. Like, they want to turn that down. I mean, really, to be honest, if you're an independent wrestler and if you're not wrestling in Japan, then you signed that WWE deal. But if you aren't wrestling in Japan, then it's like, what are you doing? Why you're wasting your time in ROH or PWG? Leave. Go to WWE.
Exactly. I mean, again, now here's my take, right? If you're a married guy or a married woman, right? You got kids, you got bills to pay, you got to put a roof over your family's head. Hey, WWE's offering you 6 figures.
Joe,
right?
Don't be stupid.
Exactly.
Take it. Don't be loyal.
Don't be loyal, fucker. Don't be loyal. Hey. But at the end of the day, it is what it is, right? But, so yeah, back to Raw, though. Back to Monday Night Raw. From what I saw, there was a contract signing between Rusev and John Cena. The most funniest shit I saw, right? By the way, I caught this on a YouTube clip. I'm gonna be fucking real here. I caught it on a YouTube clip. They're in the ring, right? They have this table. It's like half USA flag, half Russia flag, right? And they got this guy who's representing Rusev. I think that's his lawyer, or whatever, his attorney. And
Oh gosh.
the most hilarious shit in the world. So he has this fucking. He apparently he's from Iowa, whatever. But he's using the Russian accent so fucking. It's funny how everyone that's around Rusev is supposed to be Russian, right? Or European, and they gotta have this accent. It's, Erb's accent on Majach. You kind of get the idea, right? They gotta have that Ludwig Borga accent.
Such a fake accent.
Exactly. The guy had even JBL on commentary was fucking burying this guy, ripping him apart. Like, holy shit, it's hilarious,
Yep. That guy was terrible, man. Like, that whole segment was terrible. It meant nothing. It was just like, Rusev was like, yeah, I'm not going to sign the contract. That's why I brought my lawyer. And then he signs the contract anyways. Like, what the hell?
It makes sense, yeah. Like, what the fuck? What was the point of bringing all this replaying the segment last week, and then just to be like, oh, I'm gonna sign it anyways?
Exactly.
What's the point of replacing Lana so she could go film a movie? So what?
Indeed. I mean, again, apparently she's filming a movie. She's going to be returning for WrestleMania, from what it looks like, right? And it's funny because the whole thing, right? Rusev signs the contract and he shoves it at Cena, whatever, right? And then they leave the ring, they haul ass. I was expecting Cena to fucking give the AA to this fucking fake Russian lawyer. I was expecting that, at least, right? You know what I'm saying? Because you think about it.
He busted his ass, though, when he was like...
But no, you think about it, right? Every person that WWE brings in to play a lawyer, an actor, whatever, they're an independent wrestler, right?
Yeah.
So you would assume, okay, here comes an AA spot, something like that, right? But it didn't happen. It didn't happen. But at the end of it, this Russian flag comes down, and, we've seen it so many times already. It's like, right? At this point.
And then Cena has this confused look on his face where it's like he's supposed to be worried, but he isn't worried. He just looks like he's angry, but he's not angry. It's John Cena. And then Rusev's looking all proud. It's like, Rusev's one of your best heels that you've booked recently. And it's just like he's falling down the same pattern as many other heels that face John Cena. They just look like idiots at the end of the day.
Exactly. Absolutely. But it's one of those things where, again, we gotta see what happened with this match. I mean, am I looking forward to this match, to be honest with you? As far as them elevating Rusev, again, as one of the top guys, yeah, I guess I am, right? Am I right? I guess.
Not really, because, like, when you face Cena, it doesn't really end up well for you, so...
I know, but then again, though, hey, if you're a wrestler, right? If you're a wrestler...
Well, yeah, he's going to get paid. Good for him. Like, him personally, good for him. He's making the right business move, but it's just, like, overall storyline-wise, we know how this is going to end. It's like, Yeah. And then people are going to defend... And then people are going to be happy that he's U.S. champion, saying, "Oh, he's bringing prestige back to the title." Like, bull fucking shit.
Exactly. But
John
that's
Cena.
the point, folks.
John Cena, the 15-time world champion.
And I don't know how many times he won the U.S. title? Twice, right?
Twice, yeah.
He'd be a 3-time U.S. champion now in WWE. They had this whole thing where apparently they're gonna have, Randy Orton challenged Seth Rollins to a match at WrestleMania. Rollins like, you know what? You want this match to face me tonight in the main event, which to me really made no sense because like you got your ass beat by Randy Orton the week before. You're challenging him to a match. You're challenging him to a match tonight. What's the point of having the Mania match? You know.
I don't know.
And they did this whole thing. They did this whole thing where they had, everyone in the Authority part ways from Rollins, right? They had Kane and Big Show part ways. They had J&J Security, quit on Rollins, right? And then they had this backstage confrontation between Triple H and Stephanie and Rollins, which I thought was gold by that. I thought it was gold for what it was, right? Kind of giving you hints that somewhere down the line, Seth Rollins going to be a babyface.
Oh, wait, hold up. We have a correction on John Cena's United States title reigns. It's actually 3 times.
Okay, he's a 3-time. That's true. He did lose to Carlito.
Yeah, he lost to Carlito. Yeah. That's the forgotten reign. That's a forgotten time.
Exactly.
Wait. So he beat Big Show. This is very important, people. We're talking about John Cena. Like Seth Rollins is a nobody compared to John Cena at this point. All right. So he beat Big Show for a U.S. title. Who did he lose it to then? Like Carlito, and then who did he lose it to?
I think Orlando Jordan.
Yeah, but that would make him only a 2-time from what I... Holy fuck.
Oh, Booker T. Booker T.
Oh, yeah, Booker T. Yeah, the Best of 5 series. There we go.
Exactly.
All right. Back to Seth Rollins.
Exactly. Yeah, back to Rollins. Now, back to Mr. Money in the Bank. So the thing is, so, again, they had this whole thing where the Authority's splitting up from Rollins and shit. And his night is not going his way, right? Despite the fact that, hey, his fiance dumped him, he had a small dick, but, that's around the point, right? And the shit is that, all right, it's the main event. Rollins comes out, he's on the entrance where he's like, you know what? At the end of the day, we're fooling you. I'll come to the whole Authority. I'll come to the whole Authority. And pretty much he got set up, and they're going to attack Orton, right? Out of nowhere, it gets dark, you hear the crow, and it's Sting. Sting comes out and he attacks J&J Security with Randy Orton. So it's like a double team pretty much, right? Mm-hmm. It's like 2 against I don't know how many, right? And they're like, and then at the end of it, Michael Cole's like, I'm going to interview both Sting and Randy Orton on the WWE Network. Okay.
What a joke.
This is to their credit, okay? At Survivor Series, we finally saw Sting make his debut in WWE, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was big, right? That was big. At WrestleMania, we're going to see him have his first match. Maybe his last match at that as well. Who knows at this point? But quite possibly could happen, right? So that's big as well. That's big, right?
Yeah.
To see him compete in a WWE ring. Now, the one thing I think a lot of us wanted to see as well is to hear him speak for the first time.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
I think he breaks his silence next week.
No. So what happened was, I know last week they played this whole fucking auto-tune voice thing that was bad, but apparently on the network they had Orton and Sting in the ring, and Sting finally spoke on the network. You would assume for this big monumentum thing, something that's so monumental, you'd have him speak on Raw.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, you have him speak on the network after Raw, pretty much saying he's gonna beat Triple H, and there you go. So that was Raw, in a nutshell for me. Now, anything that I missed, feel free to let me know.
Hey, man, you forgot to talk about the Divas. # give Divas a chance.
Okay. Let me know when they come up with the shirt, all right? Let me know when Top Rope Tuesday comes up with the shirt for that.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh. Comment threads. American Alaka writes, WrestleMania 31, Cena versus Rusev, which we will see more of Cena sucks, USA, or Let's Go Rusev chants. And if Rusev loses, where does he go after his Cena feud?
Okay. We'll definitely hear more. I would say Cena sucks chance. That's always like the favorite. Where will Rusev go after the Cena feud? I'm pretty sure that he'll beat Cena again for the title in a cheap way. So this time he can't kick him in the balls. He'll probably like grab John Cena's towel and whip it across his face or something. Let's see. Where does he go after this? The usual Rusev stuff. You know, the usual.
Back to Mother Russia.
Yeah, back to Mother Russia. Or NXT.
Hey, NXT. Speaking of which,
NXT.
They had their tapings in Columbus, Ohio. The Arnold. Well, they had their taping from that Arnold Schwarzenegger event, right? And
yeah.
And what they did, they grabbed those matches and put them on the tapings, whatever, this weekend. Overall, I thought it was a fun show. You had Tyler Breeze versus what was this dude's name that he faced? Yeah, Kalisto. There you go, Kalisto. It was a fun little match. It went back and forth. It didn't go that long. Before. It was good for what it was. All right. After this, you had I think Blake or Murphy, one of the two, right, against Big Cass. Am I right? Am I going right with that knowledge of wrestling?
I don't know. I can't tell the difference between those two jobbers, but one of them pinned Big Cass, right?
Yeah, one of them big pin, and it's funny. Yeah, Big Cass. And it's funny because Carmella got booed, right?
Of course,
it's a funny thing. Exactly.
She's gonna turn on them.
I see it happening somewhere down the line. It's gonna happen. That's the payoff, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. After this, we had Chase's girl, Sasha Banks. It's funny because Chase is missing it right now. Chase is actually missing it. Sasha Banks went up against fucking, what's her name? Glitter, Sparkle, what's the fuck her name?
Glitter, Sparkle?
Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss being it's her hometown and all that. They made that big deal. And Alexa Bliss won via countout.
People are more over for Sasha Banks than Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, because, Sasha's ratchet.
That was a smart crowd. They cheered more for the heels than the faces.
Fuck it. There are people saying I think I heard we're not worthy. I think I heard that one of the tapings we're not worthy, we're not worthy, we're not worthy.
Yeah, a lot of smarks in that crowd. Well, it's gonna be a good match next week. For the Divas title, no, NXT Women's title.
Exactly.
It's gonna be so next week should be a good episode to watch.
Yeah, the one before Mania, I think Balor is sticking on, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, the main event was, Kevin Owens versus A-Rai. A-Rai's back!
Yeah,
that's right.
My boy. A-Rai.
The crowd was really over for Kevin Owens, though.
Exactly. And he won like he should have won. Apparently, word is going out that he's out with a knee injury. He's recovering from. He had a surgery on his knee. He's gonna be out for a while, but they're not gonna strip him from the championship, which is a good thing.
Well, yeah, they already taped months in advance anyway. Well,
exactly.
Weeks.
So, yeah, they're not affected really. So what happened was he's supposed to get knee surgery, but what they did is they just cleaned out his knee. It's a cleaning, which is cool.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But So that was, and just when it seemed that Kevin Owens was going to attack Finn Balor, Alex Riley, out comes Finn Balor, and pretty much makes the save. A comment here to American a la carte. So will the Bucks accept a ROH exclusive contract over a NJPW? What's the
Probably
what the hell
not.
was this? No. I didn't read the whole comment. I didn't read the whole comment.
Oh.
So will the Bucks accept a ROH exclusive contract over a NJPW deal, or is it a ROH USA only contract that allows them to work with NJPW since NJPW and ROH have a relationship? I think it's only a Ring of Honor contract, but they can work with New Japan. But Ring of Honor has a say on where they work with other promotions on the indies. To my understanding, they don't want them doing PWG. Which I think is stupid because, again, who the fuck are they?
Fuck you, PWG.
Who the hell's what's a PWG? Yeah, then.
Apparently, they have a soft spot for the PWG because that was a place that gave them, they gave them a spot. They gave them that opportunity when no one else did.
Yeah, but you gotta move on,
Yeah, you gotta move on. Of course you do.
You see Daniel Bryan going to ROH.
You see Daniel Bryan be like, you know what, guys? I gotta go to this ROH anniversary show. CM Punk is definitely thinking about going to that ROH anniversary show as well.
I guess. So, anywho, yeah. We're gonna take some calls now. If you want to call in, guys, numbers on the screen: 718-473-0813. You call in, and we shoot the shit with you. That's simple, guys. So feel free to call in now. All right, we'll pick up your call and we'll see what you want to talk about. About wrestling, combat sports, life, society, whatever you want. That being said, today was the UFC World Tour, the debut of the World Tour, with UFC 189's main event, Conor McGregor getting a shot at the champ Jose Aldo. And overall, that was one loud press conference. I don't know if you saw it, Chase, or not, or you knowledge of wrestling.
I didn't see it. I don't really care about these press conferences because, like, for me, when it comes to UFC and their track record, every time they do one of these press conferences, then one of the fighters get injured, like, 2 weeks after it. So it's just, like, it's always bad luck watching these because then I get too excited for a fight. I just wait until the presser beforehand, the presser of fight week. I watch those. I don't watch these press conferences beforehand, unless like it's a highlight reel, like Conor McGregor's best hits during this press conference, and I watch that. But I'm not gonna watch the whole thing.
Exactly, but my take is this overall, though. Right, Jose Aldo gonna rip this dude. I'm sorry, Aldo gonna rip. I just see that happening. I just do. Which other news that happened was it was announced yesterday from a Brazilian outlet that Ronda Rousey will headline UFC 190 in Rio de Janeiro versus Betty Carreira. And all I gotta say is why. Just why. So bad, look, Malin just even walking away like, fuck this. That's how bad this shit is. Like, yeah, what? Fuck this. I don't get it, dude.
That's my reaction to it. Like, who cares? Like, she's facing a nobody. This is a nobody. This is, like, what? Because she beat two of her friends? Like, oh, she deserves a fight. This ain't pro wrestling, baby. This is MMA. I don't care that she beat two of her friends. Like, Shayna Baszler's an okay fighter, and then the other chick that she beat, I don't remember her name. She's okay.
Dukes.
Jessamine Duke, okay, yeah. Yeah, Jessamine Duke, okay, she's all right. Like, who cares? Seriously, this is dumb.
Fight.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I do agree. Now, again, my take is this right now with this. This is my overall. I did a video on this as well on my channel, and what I said was the following. You look at this fight. It's one of those things where, hey, if you're Ronda Rousey, what else do you do? Do we really want to see fucking Miesha Tate versus Rousey 3? At this point, no. Do we want to see the rematch versus, Kat Zingano? Hell no, we don't. I think for a lot of fans right now, it's at that point where it's like, listen, UFC, you're giving us, fucking Ronda Rousey versus Betty Kahara. But reality is this. We don't want that fight. We say fuck you to that fight. What we want to see right now at this very moment is Ronda Rousey versus Chris Cyborg.
Yeah, that's the only fight we want to see. That's the only fight.
We're not gonna accept Ronda Rousey versus Betty Kahara. No, we refuse to accept that. I think that's what it's gonna come down to. I think after this fight, it should. Now, there's been talks of, Chris Cyborg being in talks with the UFC. Oh, that apparently Chris Cyborg's willing to go down to 135, or this being at a catch weight. At this point, it needs to happen. It really needs to happen. Now, do I see Ronda Rousey beating Betty Kahara in 10 seconds? No. I really don't. Sorry, I just don't see it happening. However, I do think that Betty Kahara will give her pressure, will give her a fight. I think she's a good striker all you want, but she hasn't fought the upper echelon of her division. She hasn't fought Alexis Davis. She hasn't fought Kat Zingano. She hasn't fought Miesha Tate. She hasn't fought Sarah McMahon, Sarah Kaufman. Hell, even Holly Holmes or Raquel Pennington. To get this title fight.
And that's a problem because, like, Rousey, her fights end so quickly that she's able to, be able to fight more times a year than most fighters. That's just like she's already run through all those women that you named pretty much. So it's just like, oh yeah, we have to force a pay-per-view match now between her and this girl. Now
I do mind, even if it's in Brazil, I don't see Betty Kahara winning. As a matter of fact, I don't think the Brazilian people even care about Betty Kahara.
Yeah.
They don't
We're not
care.
We're not gonna get those chants where when Anderson gets a chant to go, "Oh, Anderson, oh, Anderson." Like we're not even gonna get like any chant like that. Yeah.
Va morir. But pretty much we're saying you're gonna die. You're gonna die chant.
Yeah. She's not even gonna get that. Every Brazilian at least gets a "You're gonna die" chant or something like from the crowd, but she ain't gonna get that. If anything, they're gonna say that "Uva Mer Rousey" like that.
Exactly. The crowd was pro Ronda Rousey this press conference. It was pro Ronda Rousey. No one gave a flying fuck who was fucking Betty Kahara. No one gave a flying fuck. And it comes to show you how sad it's become. But guys, if you want to call in, guys, dial the number down on the screen, 718-473-0813. You dial in, and we shoot this shit with you. Now, there was a video that I saw. I'm sure you guys saw it too. This past week. It's called "Wrestling Isn't Wrestling."
Yes. The greatest.
And it's a 25-minute video. Or long, I think it is. And overall, I thought this was a very, very fun, exciting video. Now, boy, do you want to give more thoughts on this video? Like, what are your thoughts on this video overall?
I thought it was great. It shows the humor that professional wrestling fans had. It showed like a fun side to professional wrestling. I think anyone can watch the video because it's mostly like hot women portraying these wrestlers. So it's like it's a fun video, and it has a fun tone to it, and it just tells the story of Triple H, and it shows how he's evolved over time. And Triple H was a good representative to that video because he has wrestled in many different eras in professional wrestling. So I loved it.
Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. Very fun.
It was enjoyable. It was enjoyable, and again, there was this guy who, I don't know the guy's name, but I forgot this guy's name already, who was on the dude's channel or whatever, but they had numerous wrestlers from the indie. They had fucking Joey Ryan, they had Colt Cabana, they had Fat Hero, they had Justin Roberts, they had
John Morrison was in it for a bit.
Yeah.
John Morrison was in it for a bit. Josh Peck from Drake and Josh was in it. Who's who of people were on this video. They had a cameo and shit. And again, I thought overall, this was a very fun video. You could say it buried Triple H, but pretty much it told the story of his wrestling career.
Yeah, really did.
It really did, to a T. And again, I recommend you guys go check it out. I really, really do. Go check out that video. Wrestling isn't wrestling. Should be on their YouTube channel. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. You see, it already got me saying, oh, fuck yeah already. But TNA, guys, was a couple hours ago.
Oh, God.
I'll say this overall. I thought it was a very good show. I enjoyed it for what it was. And obviously, I think it's like their final show in the UK. So the next set of tapes coming up it'll be in the new Impact Zone.
The new Impact Zone?
Yes, Chase Oliver is already excited, as you can tell. He's already excited already. Like,
when was the Impact Zone even cool?
No. Have you seen the new Impact Zone?
I mean, okay, yeah, they added the new set, but the crowd's gonna still suck.
I mean, I said it before. Don't say it again. You know, the people that attend the Impact Zone really, they're not wrestling fans. They're tourists.
Exactly. They get
tourists
in
exactly, and people. They don't pay to go watch TNA. They pay to go into Universal Studios, into the theme park. The Impact Zone is an attraction inside the theme park. It's like going to the Back to the Future ride. It's like going to Jaws, the little boat ride you go in, the little shark comes in the middle of nowhere. That's pretty much what it's like. Or it's like going to the E.T. ride. Or like going back to the old Nickelodeon Studios. I think overall, Universal Studios was actually the shit when they had the Nickelodeon Studios. But after the Nickelodeon Studios went away,
They just went downhill.
Yeah, it did. Absolutely. No one cared anymore. I remember back when I was a kid, I used to go to that theme park. I would go to Universal Studios, and as I'm walking into the place from far away, you were able to see Nickelodeon Studios, that blue and that orange logo, and you know what I'm saying? That said Nickelodeon. And now it's like, if you go, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's just not fun anymore. It's not fun. Hell, even Magic Kingdom isn't fun anymore. But to me, hey, back when I was 5, it was cool. Magic Kingdom, Epcot,
I was too old for that shit.
MGM, the Tower of Terror.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen, if you went to Disney World or Disneyland, you would understand. Okay? I'll say this, if you're an adult now and you never went to Disney World or Disneyland as a child, you were probably deprived as a child. It's depriving.
Pretty depressing. Well, I only went I think once, twice. I didn't go 100 times, so.
But the point is though, Impact tonight was very fun. I enjoyed it for what it was. It kicked off with the Ultimate X match. For the tag title, you had the Wolves, the Bromans, and the Revolution. Pretty much their only tag team division there in TNA. Pretty much, they had them all in the ring, and I mean, it's also missing any tag teams. I mean, the Hardy Boys, they're not really right now until next week. The BDC, but they're involved something else. But yeah, overall, it was a fun little match, and yeah, a good way to kick off the show. And the Wolves retained here, which we all kind of saw happening here. I'm just brainstorming right now. I'm not going to go into every detail as well. Okay? Yeah, so Brand got the fuck beat out of him by Magnus. And then Mickie James came out and got her. Yeah, she got her revenge, actually. Whoop-de-doo, right? She got her revenge. She did. Yeah, I know. I fucking know. Yeah, whoop-de-doo, right? But I'll say this, though. I think, again, last week when you had Brand made Magnus kiss his boot, that's heel heat right there. That's main heel heat right there.
So
think about it, though. If you can make a man kiss your boot in front of his bitch, that's heel heat. Am I right?
Yeah.
That's mega heat. That's mega heat right there.
Blow the fuck out of him.
That's how you book a heel. That's how you book a monster heel right now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's how the fuck you do it.
Yeah, as you can see, I don't care about TNA right now. It's on boycott for me. So.
Some boy.
I didn't see the call. Makai, I didn't see your call. I'm sorry.
Like,
Are you still on? If you're still on Do Not Disturb, you're not going to see it, Steven.
like I come back from work, and it's like 10 o'clock.
All right.
So I don't feel like watching.
It's 413. Yeah, it's 413. I'll pick up your car now. All right, I'll call you right now.
Like every time I come back from work, I already miss.
It's ringing. It's ringing, guys.
Hello?
Yes, you're on the air, man.
Oh, it's Muhammad.
What's up,
Hey,
Mohammed?
Muhammad, what's up? What's up, Muhammad?
Nothing really. Just bored.
You're bored, huh?
I was going to call you guys, then I thought the stream was over, so I didn't just hang up.
Oh no, it's just I'm not talking that much, Muhammad, because I don't care about TNA right now.
It happens. I mean, again, there's people that are into people that are not into it. Are they bad people because of it? No. You know, it's people's preference. I just hate the idea of. I'll put this. I'm gonna say this to a giant analogy, okay? You okay, Mom? You got a cold? What's wrong, bro?
I don't know. I just woke up like yesterday. I was just sick. I don't know. I was perfectly fine the next day. I just wake up and my nose is just completely blocked.
Well, it happens, dude. It really happens. Just try to take, some medicine, I guess. Take a cough drop. I don't know. But you'll be all right, though. If not, take some tea with some honey. That always does it for me.
Yeah.
But that's around the point, though. But yeah, dude. I mean, listen, man. We're like 8 days away from WrestleMania. Has this past Monday Night Raw? Did it give you any excitement for Raw, for WrestleMania overall? Are you thrilled, or are you making a WrestleMania party? Anything? Let us know, bro.
No, not really. I'm not really thrilled.
Hey, man.
What does WrestleMania party for this Mania? It doesn't deserve.
This is the worst build-up ever.
It's worse than 27's build-up too.
Hey, it could have been worse, man. Have you seen WrestleMania 29? Have you seen WrestleMania 11?
Oh no, yeah. It's like this worst build-up.
9 is the worst one.
Exactly.
I don't give a fuck if it was an outside. It doesn't matter. It sucked.
I mean,
who cares if it was in Las Vegas? It sucked.
Yeah, WrestleMania 9 is just a travesty, dog. Like, the only worth thing watching on that show is the opening match, and then afterwards you can turn it off.
Yeah, pretty much.
Indeed, absolutely, man. But yeah, man. I mean, overall, though, I mean, we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. But like, this is sort of weird. Like, usually, like, on other pay-per-views, they have like them face off 2 weeks before. How are they freaking facing off face to face in the same building? Like, I think 2 weeks ago or this week, they're in the same building. How do you not like make them confront each other? Why do you do like on the last week? Like, that's bullshit, man.
That's what I'm saying too. It comes to show you that this company doesn't have faith in Roman Reigns. This is the guy they want, right? This is the guy they want to be, the guy to, be the main event guy, right? He's able to be seen at 2.0. Yeah, there you go, Chase. You got someone saying the
Cockfist. That's his name, dude. Don't wear it out. Roman Reigns is such a boring name. Cockfist. Now, that's the name of a guy I can get behind.
Hey, listen, man. Top Rope Tuesday should definitely make a shirt, dude. Cockfist.
Dude, if they do, they better give me some royalties for that shit. I was like the first person to call him Cockfist.
You know what they should do, right? They should make, like, how the Young Bucks, they had, like, the Super Kick Party shirt, right? Like the Bullet Club style shirt, whatever. Have it be, like, Cockfist Party shirt. The Cockfist Party. And it's Roman Reigns, right, that's doing the cockfist and shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's all like, yeah, like that should be his trademark. Instead of like, like him going Sewell, he just goes like, yeah, like cocking that fist and shit. It'd be amazing.
Exactly. That would be fucking amazing. I really do agree with that. I really do. But
You guys, I got a joke for you.
you got a joke.
Yeah.
All right, let's
What
hear
do
the
you
joke.
what do you call any Triple H match? A buried alive match.
Whoa,
I've heard that one.
Well, hold up. Well, time out, Muhammad. When you tell a joke, you gotta let someone answer the joke first. Then you give the punchline.
Yeah.
Just don't give the punchline right away, man. Yeah, you had to make his guess for it, dude.
This guy's not good at telling jokes.
It's like for example, it's like this, right? It's like if I'm to say knock knock and you say who's there and I say orange, but I don't let you say orange too, and I say aren't you glad I didn't say orange?
Yeah.
That's how it works. You have to wait for someone to answer, like try to make an answer to the joke. You know, for next time. For next time, Muhammad. Next time.
Oh, I gotta speak of another one now.
Okay, take your time. Take your time. It's only Friday. Well, it's Saturday now, but you kind of get the idea.
It's still Friday in my time zone.
I know it's not Friday your time zone, Mr. West Coast.
Yeah, I know it's still Friday. Still Friday. What's the Saturday nonsense?
Well, Saturday here on the East Coast. Actually, it actually snowed today on the first day of spring.
Oh my god, yeah, that was so annoying.
It snowed on the first day of spring.
I had a
Ain't
shovel.
that a
just
bitch?
a little bit.
Here's the thing with us, it didn't accumulate right away. But it didn't stop me from buying this and a New York Knicks
It
hat.
didn't stop you from buying that?
Look at this. Limited edition. Look at that. Oh,
Limited edition.
look at that.
New York
look at that.
champions.
Yeah, hell yeah.
That's like
Richard.
40 years ago.
Hey, I'm bringing it back, though. The Knicks, baby. I'm loyal. I should have played for the Knicks.
Just hope they don't draft.
Does anyone remember the Blue Day?
The Blue Day? Oh, the Blue Day. It's Blue Day.
Blue Day, Pittsburgh. That's what I said.
Ha
I hear that.
ha.
Yeah, like when the tag teams come out, that I don't even care. Like I just don't watch either. Fuck those. I don't like. It's sad because I like Cesaro and Kid, but I don't care for this fatal 4-way tag team match.
Have they really confirmed it? Have they confirmed it
It
already?
looks like it's gonna be that. I don't know what
I
else.
mean, apparently one of the Usos hurt them. I heard one of the Usos
They'll replace them
hurt
with the
them.
Ascension or Uso will find a partner.
Samoa Joe. Joey Uso. It's Joey Uso, guys.
Probably Zack Ryder.
Oh, radio.
What about Adam Rose and Zack Ryder having a feud right now
What happened to Zack Ryder?
He's feuding with Adam Rose right now.
on Superstars?
Ew, that's such a gay shit. How does anyone even watch that? I'm pretty sure no one even knows that exists. Like, I didn't even know that exists, and then I went to WWE's channel, I saw some fucking gay shit. I was like, I can't think of this.
Indeed.
Like, that's the jobber show. That's where all the jobbers go to. I don't know. I don't know what they do there. I don't watch it. Is anyone? Is anyone excited for the IC title freaking clusterfuck match?
Not really, because you could have used the Money in the Bank here instead. But it should be a good match. But I don't really care who wins or loses it.
Indeed.
I think I'll give it to R-Truth.
You think so?
They need to let Daniel Bryan on the belt. I feel bad for that guy, that bearded bitch.
I mean, to an extent, let's be honest, though.
sad.
Okay? My philosophy, this is my philosophy. I said this numerous times. If you've been a world champion, you should not be going after a mid-card title. You should not be. But then again, Cena's doing it, so what the fuck, right? Fuck my philosophy at this point. Fuck it. However, it's one of those things right now where you look at this in this perspective, okay? If they give it to Dolph Ziggler, whoop-de-doo. What the fuck are they going to do with him? You give it to Dean Ambrose. What are you going to do with him? They've literally done... WWE went out of their way to pretty much wash out Dean Ambrose. This was a guy who months ago was hot, and now he's like any other guy on the roster now.
Yeah, no one cares. Same for everyone in that match. To be honest, even
R-Truth hasn't been relevant since Little Jimmy.
Yeah, I know. And, like, he's like the main dude in this match. Like, they're putting all their focus on R-Truth, and no one gives a fuck about
R-Truth.
Exactly. Fucking Wade Barrett. How many matches has he won since?
How many Intercontinental Championships has that fucking Punk won?
None.
I think of any.
He won like 17.
Probably two
No,
matches.
he won like 5.
Yeah, he probably lost. He won 2 and he lost 5.
Indeed, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, like, he's being Daniel Bryan, the farm animal. That's all that matters to me. Fuck you, farm animal fans. WWE sure loves him. Nope, they buried him to Bad News Barrett.
even Ziggler beat Bryan.
The turd, hold up, the turd now. He's now the turd.
The turd, yeah.
Bryan
No, he's always
hilarious.
a farm animal to me. No, the turd is not as funny as farm animal.
Yeah, Ziggler and Bryan had a classic on SmackDown.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, they did.
that was a good one.
Fuck yeah, they did. They had
Ziggler
a
won.
clinic.
Yeah, that's how you can tell Daniel Bryan's back in the mid-card. You lost to Dolph Ziggler, man.
Oh yeah.
Some people get mad when you make fun of Daniel Bryan, but like he's really like freaking like really looks really weird. He's an exceptional worker and all that, but like just looks so fucking weird.
Yeah,
And he's been like you need to change it, man. They've been chanting yes, 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 for like 8 years.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Like seriously, that's my problem with wrestling fans. It's like you know, one of the complaints wrestling fans have is that we don't have enough real men in the industry anymore. Yeah, we like to cheer for a dude that likes to prance in the ring going, yes, yes, yes. We like to cheer for a dude like Ziggler who comes out, he's like, and then, like, we like to cheer for Stardust who comes out, he's like like, what the fuck is this shit, dude? Like, okay, I like Mizdow. I like Mizdow. But we're cheering for a dude that's copying another dude. Like, what happened to all the real men? It's like what Batista said in his promo. What happened to all the real men?
Really, there isn't any real men in the PG era.
There's no more real men. There's no more William Regal. He's a man. He's a man. He's a real man's man. Whatever. But the point, I get what you're saying. I really do. I get what you're saying, kid. But yeah, dude. I'll tell you what, Muhammad. We're gonna continue with the show, dude. We thank you for calling in, but we're gonna let you go now. All right, bro?
Yeah.
All right, Muhammad. Thanks for calling in. All right, bro. Take care, man.
Okay. Nice to meet you.
Peace out, Muhammad.
Yeah, why is it that wrestling fans... thank you, Weston, for subscribing to my channel. That's awesome. But why is it that wrestling fans like these guys? That like, it's okay to, like, have your favorites, but it's like when they're saying, oh, yeah, Daniel Bryan, he should be the face of the company. Like, why? Why should this guy be the face of the company? I mean, is he a good guy to win a couple world titles and be a main player? Absolutely. I definitely see that in Daniel Bryan. I'll agree with this whole, oh, he should be the face of the company type of business. I mean, why? What is it about this guy that makes it seem like, oh, I would spend money to see him? What makes me want to relate to this guy? Because the only thing I can relate to with this guy is that I want to fuck his wife. That's the only thing I can relate to with him. Anything else about this dude? It's like, I don't want to be going down the street going,
Yes! 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 Yes!
By the way, hold on, Chase. Are you wearing a Uriah Faber shirt right now?
yes, I am.
Okay.
Well, Uriah Faber shirt. Silver
Good
Star,
luck.
baby.
Good luck with Frankie Edgar.
Fuck Frankie Edgar. He's a bitch.
Hey,
Fuck Frankie.
hey.
Oh, fuck Frankie. I hate Frankie so much, man.
People.
He can fall off a ledge and no one would give a shit.
People's champ, right? He's the real people's champ.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
on.
dude, gets like 8 million title shots just for fucking sitting down and taking a shit. Fuck him.
Hey, the real people's champ. Yeah, Jersey, baby. Jersey.
Real people champ.
Hell yeah. But I'm going to digress on that. Anywho, yeah, let's continue on with this, shall we? Back to TNA, though. Back where was I? So,
Oh,
again.
time to tune out.
Oh,
Where were we?
Well, I'll tell you.
But TNA is bringing all the action.
I'll check it. I checked out last week. Last week's episode wasn't that bad.
I mean, I'll be real. I mean, overall, you think about it right now. From an in-ring perspective, yes, TNA is doing better than WWE right now from an in-ring perspective. Okay? But that's that, though. Okay? Austin Aries versus Samoa Joe was also tonight. Apparently, this was Joe's final match. You know, technically.
Can't wait to see him on NXT, bruh. NXT.
Don't we all? It was a fun little match. You know, it went back and forth. Austin Aries got the W here, and then he got his briefcase back. After this, Rockstar Spud comes out, and he cashed in his Feast of Fire briefcase for the X Division Championship, and now we have a new X Division champion. He pinned Low Key after he hit the underdog, right? The little version of the Deadly Dog, right? That was the slice bread, whatever, for the 1, 2, 3.
Oh God, Low Key. You went back to TNA for this?
Hey, I mean, it is what it is, though. I mean, it is what it is. Okay.
Nah,
We had a no DQ match.
Oh,
James
that's
Storm
not
and
a
Matt Hardy.
surprise.
I mean, it's not gonna be a Revolution match with the Revolution interfering, right? So that's what happened here. You had Knockouts Championship match. You had Awesome Kong versus Gail Kim versus Taryn Terrell for the Knockouts Championship. It was a 3-way match. A fun match, went back and forth. I enjoyed this match a lot. And yeah, Taryn Terrell retained her championship after pinning Gail Kim here.
Of course, she pinned Gail Kim.
We can't make Awesome Kong look weak.
Exactly. She's not gonna pin Awesome Kong. When they face each other, Awesome Kong's probably gonna win the title from her.
Somewhere down the line, I do believe so. And they're promoting next week. It's gonna be Jeff Hardy versus James Storm in the steel cage.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's not an episode of TNA without a gimmick match.
Exactly.
Why have normal matches? No, we gotta pull out all the stops. It's TV every week.
No DQ. Now you got a steel cage match.
I mean,
that's my biggest problem with TNA. Let me just say this. My biggest problem with TNA is, like, I get it. Some people will defend them with this whole, they don't have pay-per-views, so they have to rely on the weekly shows. It's like, yeah, but where's, like, the final destination? That's the one thing about WWE I'll give over TNA every day. You know WrestleMania is the final destination for certain feuds and all that other stuff. You know there's something new and fresh, so it gets you excited to pay-per-view by pay-per-view. At least you know there could be something new after that pay-per-view. With TNA, it's just like, it's never ending. They need off-seasons. TNA needs, like, an off-season strategy in their plan for it to work, because it's just like, there's nothing really new to get excited for. It just ends on an episode of Impact, and it's like there's no real payoff of it ending on an Impact because we're so used to it ending on pay-per-views. Most wrestling fans are used to stuff ending on pay-per-views. Even freaking ROH and New Japan end their shit on pay-per-views. Like, TNA, I get it. Some fans are going to be like, well, they have the free per-views, but they don't make these free per-views feel like they're pay-per-views. They don't change the side skirts at all. They don't even change the Titantron. They say it's all an Impact Wrestling show. So I'm just saying, man. Like,
I'll say this. I mean, it'll be different. Hey, if TNA were to come off, which I think they should do. Which I think they should do. Hey, have a free preview on Sundays. Not every Sunday, but one Sunday a month.
Yeah, to make it feel like it's like a special show.
Have like a Clash of the Champions type of thing. Have it 3 hours. Don't be 2 hours. Be 3 hours, and be live. Yeah. Be live. All we ask for live. I don't want it to be like, we're live, but yet breaking news. The results are like was it like the first episode of Impact from the New York taping on Destination America? Yeah, they were live, but we found out minutes before the show. Yeah, Bobby Lashley became the new champion.
Nah, they'll go broke if they go live.
Yeah, like I can understand why wrestling fans defend TNA and stuff. Like, that's cool and all, but you cannot defend their strategy or formula. And if you try to, and I know American Alucard's already probably typing with his keyboards how he's defending this shit. Please don't try to, American Alucard. You cannot convince me any other way how fans are supposed to, especially a casual fan, not a hardcore wrestling fan, but a casual fan can sit there and understand what the fuck is going on TNA and when's the end destination for all these fucking feuds. It's stupid. They need to have some type of pay-per-view formula. They need to have, like Steven said, a Sunday free per-view. That way people can know, now that this event ended, there's something to look forward to after this event. Despite any bad things you'll say about WWE, every time a pay-per-view ends, everyone starts to speculate who's facing who, all the new storylines that are going to happen. Everyone, even WCW. That's what made WCW into a force. That would make WWF into a force. TNA in today's current age, where wrestling fans are so stabilized with the pay-per-views, they need shit like this to help them out. That's the one thing about TNA. It's just like they can keep doing this, but it's not going to pay off in the long run. That's just my opinion. And what do I know? I've just been watching wrestling since like fucking 1998, done all my research and history, and know what companies have failed. Been a TNA fan since 2002, and I know a lot about TNA and how stupid they are with their booking, such as their World Heavyweight title match.
We have a caller now, which we'll get into after this call. We'll get to the title match after the call.
Oh my God, the world title match.
Caller 903, yes, what's up? You're on the air, man.
All right.
What's up, man?
Oh, sorry about that. My brother came in my room.
It's all good, man. Who's this, bro?
Oh, it's Weston.
What's up, Weston? How are you, man?
I'm good. Just, I heard Chase Oliver talking about Daniel Bryan, so I called in, Chase.
The farm animal?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind being called the Daniel Bryan defender.
Go.
Hey, listen, the other day, dude, listen. Here's my philosophy, okay? And I'm going to get into it later on. After this call, I'm going to get into it. After the review of Impact, I'm going to get into this giant rant, if you will. I'll get into it. But, dude, the floor is yours right now. Let's hear your counterpoints, if you will. So, Chase, take some notes, Chase.
I'm taking notes in my head.
All right. Well, anyway, people relate to Daniel Bryan because, like, he's definitely nowhere near the badassness of Stone Cold Steve Austin, but he comes off as, like, a hard-working guy, you know what I mean?
Oh, no, I can see that. I'm just saying I don't understand why people say this guy should be the face of this fucking company. He's not a guy I would put as the face of my company. A guy that can win a couple world titles, absolutely. Put on a pay-per-view quality match, absolutely. But a dude that I want to be labeled as my poster child, hell fucking no. Because if I'm a man, I don't want to fucking look like I'm some dude prancing down the street going, yes, yes, yes. That doesn't look manly to me. That just looks pathetic.
Well,
That's
I mean, this generation of wrestlers, they're all about the in-ring work. So, like, to them, the look doesn't matter. At least 90% of the fans will tell you the look doesn't matter, which is the reason why Roman Reigns still hasn't got, it's still not accepted by the fans. They just want good, entertaining matches. And Daniel Bryan brings that. On top of that, he's very relatable. And that's all they ask for.
And that's why wrestling is failing, because good, entertaining matches don't equal ratings. What makes ratings is good storylines. There's no really good story. That's why this WrestleMania is not exciting.
I'm going to say this, okay? I think the logic of, if you're a wrestling fan, the only thing you should care about is the wrestling. That would work if this was Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
If this was a PWG. If this was, Beyond Wrestling or AIW or any mom and pop promotion in the high school gyms. However, when you are the number 1 and number 2 promotions in the country, that being WWE and TNA, storylines are going to be a big factor.
Yeah, because it's a TV show, man. Like, I get it. Like, some people like in-ring work more than others. Like, don't get me wrong. I have my fair share of favorite in-ring wrestlers over the time. I love Eddie Guerrero, but look at what Eddie Guerrero had over Daniel Bryan. Eddie Guerrero had a great complex character. Daniel Bryan has an okay character. His character is not as complex as people want.
His character is like just to appeal to the casuals. That's the way I see it. And I do think he's the best in-ring worker probably since Eddie Guerrero. I mean, that's just my opinion.
Do not say Daniel Bryan. Do not compare. Eddie's skill set was
listen.
I'm not comparing the two.
Weston,
Eddie Guerrero's my.
Weston, with all due respect, you just said the best Eddie Guerrero. I don't think Daniel Bryan could not lace Eddie Guerrero's boots.
No, and I'm not saying Daniel Bryan is like, is Eddie Guerrero or better. I just said he's the best in-ring worker since Eddie Guerrero.
I would disagree with that.
Eddie Guerrero is my most favorite wrestler of all time.
Mine's too, absolutely.
Yeah, so you can. I love Eddie.
I love Eddie too, R.I.P. And I do think, again, Eddie Guerrero would run circles through Daniel Bryan. Even if Eddie Guerrero was still alive today, If Eddie was still alive today, and at his age, at this stage of the game, he would still run circles through Daniel.
He would run
I'm
circles
disagreeing with that.
from all these people. But that's the thing. That's the thing I'm trying to talk about here, Weston. It's like Eddie Guerrero's character has so much storylines that you can put towards it. And that's what made Eddie Guerrero enjoyable to watch. It wasn't just because he was him having good in-ring skills, sure, that added to it, but what made him such a good character at the time and what made him watchable television and why people could actually connect with him is that there's so many different layers. Daniel Bryan's layer is just, he's just like us. That's it. There's nothing else that I hear from Daniel Bryan fans that counteract why this guy should be the face of the company. Everyone just says he's just like us.
Or the hardcore fans.
Everyone that tries to argue with Daniel Bryan with me, like he's just like us. That's all their argument is. They don't have anything else with Daniel Bryan besides, he reminds me of us. And that's the thing. We don't want us to be in wrestling. We want wrestling to feel fictitious. We want to try to live through these personas. That's the whole point of professional wrestling. Like in Breaking Bad, you want to live through Walter White. That's the thing. The Walking Dead, you want to live through these survivors' personas. That's a great work of fiction. Just because we can relate to Daniel Bryan, yes, it adds to him, but that doesn't make him so damn fucking awesome. Like, that's where I am so confused with. It's just that I just feel Daniel Bryan, the only reason why he gets credit is because he worked so long on the indies, he deserves this. Like, no one else deserves it just because Daniel Bryan has this, like, huge resume. What about Zack Ryder? He's not as good in the ring. Who gives a fuck? He worked his ass off to try to get into the company. He's done some bullshit, too, before to reach it to the top, so why doesn't he deserve it? You get what I'm saying? That's where I feel like Daniel Bryan fans, sometimes they don't appreciate that, like, this dude's a former 4- or 5-time world champion. This dude has done so much more than he should have actually done in his career, and yet still Daniel Bryan fans find a way to bitch, complain, and moan that he's not getting the respect he deserves. He's gotten more than what he should have ever deserved in that company. You guys should be happy for what he has fucking done. He had a WrestleMania built around him. He beat Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista in one night when most of the roster back in 03 and 04 could not even fucking do that. If you look at his storyline sense, Daniel Bryan is a fucking god. So I don't get why Daniel Bryan fans want more with this dude when he's already a star.
And I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this too, and put it this way, right? Let's just assume right now, hypothetically speaking, that you do add Daniel Bryan to WrestleMania 31, and you have him beat Brock. How are you going to outdo what he did in New Orleans? You can't duplicate it. You just can't. Put it this way, right? Put it this way. Stone Cold Steve Austin main evented how many WrestleManias? 14, 15, 17.
3.
Right? 3 WrestleManias he main evented. Right?
Yep.
He main evented 3 WrestleManias. Right? The first one he beat Shawn Michaels, and then the other 2 he beat The Rock. Granted, people remember the first one when he beat Michaels, because that was big. That was the debut of the Stone Cold era. Granted, you know what? Rock and Austin was also good matches, but people are, when you look at it, at his whole career, out of all his main events at WrestleMania, they're always going to remember that first one. You know? They're not going to remember. Yeah, they might remember it, but it's not going to be as memorable as the first one. It's like if Bryan were to beat Brock, granted, yes, he beats him, but it's not as memorable as it would have been, when he beat Evolution in one night.
And I completely understand that, but, like, the way Daniel Bryan's think is this, okay? Like, yeah, we're happy, but, okay, it's like this. Imagine getting a piece of cake and then only eating half of it, you know?
Hey, at least I'm getting part of the cake.
Well, I mean, that's just how we feel.
I mean, how do you know how he feels? How do we know that?
Yeah, obviously Daniel Bryan doesn't feel this bad. He's okay with being the IC jobber match. He's not bitching backstage.
The one knock on Daniel Bryan I'll give him is that he's so much of a company guy.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
Well, guys like Cena, guys like Orton, I'm assuming, even Punk, they politic their way into things.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
If Daniel Bryan, and I guarantee you, in a year from now, Roman Reigns, after he becomes a 2-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion, he'll politic as well. He's going to politic as well.
You have to politic.
Listen,
See, let me say this. Here's the difference. I am a huge CM Punk fan. I think a lot of people don't believe me when I say that, but I am a huge CM Punk fan. Why I like CM Punk more than Daniel Bryan is because I feel CM Punk is a guy that I can look at and say, hey, he can be a face of the company because this guy has a look that a lot of people can get behind. This guy has a story that a lot of people can get into. His character is much more interesting. Minus the whole shoot promos he likes to cut. That's the only thing I don't like really about CM Punk is that he has to go to shoot promos. He can make a shitty promo into good shit. Daniel Bryan, to me, is not that type of guy. Daniel Bryan is nowhere near the level of performer that CM Punk was, in my personal opinion. You can disagree with me all you want, but overall skill set wise, I think CM Punk is better than Daniel Bryan. And
as the total package, maybe CM Punk beats him barely, but at the same time, without a doubt, Daniel Bryan can wrestle circles around CM Punk. CM Punk, in my opinion, is an overrated in-ring worker. People look at him and they're like, "Oh, he's the best." Whatever.
You notice that like in-ring work does not really matter to me. It doesn't matter if your in-ring work is good.
And another thing is, Daniel Bryan does have a story you can get behind. I mean, real life and kayfabe. In real life, the dude literally, he didn't have a TV or nothing, and he got into wrestling because his friend showed him a magazine, and then the dude lived in his car and everything like that for a good amount of time.
And so have many other wrestlers. I'm talking about character-wise. Character-wise, it's just character-wise. It's just that he's relatable to us. That's the only reason why people really like him all that much, and that he served his time on the independents.
You can argue about the story that just happened a few years ago with them taking away the title from him. I guess you can just call it the chase story or whatever.
Yeah, the chasing of the title. But everyone goes through that at least once in their career where they have to chase the title. Like every babyface has gone through that. I'm just saying, like, I don't think Daniel Bryan's terrible. Never once did I say Daniel Bryan's terrible.
Exactly.
I said this guy is usable. But when people are talking about this guy as the face of the company, I don't understand.
Let me just say this, and I'm going to say this also as well. I don't care people what they think about it as well, but you guys have made Daniel Bryan the new John Cena.
Yeah, you have.
You guys made that.
I mean,
you guys.
He has to be pushed.
No,
he has to be pushed for 10 years or so before we can call him the new John Cena.
It doesn't matter. Put it this way. Last year's Mania main event originally was going to be Randy Orton versus Batista, but yet every Bryan defender moaned and complained and rallied together. Did sit-ins or walk-ins, whatever it may be. Did barbecues outside the parking lot of an arena, threw rocks at headquarters and all of that, just to get Bryan into the main event. Do you think for 1 minute if people didn't chant Daniel Bryan at every house show that Bryan would be in the main event? Fuck no, he would have not.
Well, I don't think it was just the fans. I think the WWE said, "Oh man, here's this kid named Connor, the big Daniel Bryan fan. There's no way we can't put Daniel Bryan in the main event." So I don't think the Connor thing was the reason why in the main event though.
Yeah. I don't think that's like the main. Do you really think WWE thinks that far in advance with that type of stuff? No, they like. Connor's story is a beautiful one. I'm happy for the kid. They got to witness his favorite wrestler win the title. That's awesome. And R.I.P. Connor. But like, I don't think Connor was like a main reason why. Like, because how many Make-A-Wish kids does John Cena fucking attend to? Do you think they're like thinking about all those Make-A-Wish kids that John Cena has?
It was just the fans in general.
Yeah.
Exactly. There's a comment that Alucard wrote here, and I'm gonna read it to you guys. Okay. Kurt Angle. When it comes to Eddie versus Bryan, Eddie has more personality, but in terms of in-ring work, ROH, I'm going to kick your fucking head, and Bryan would shit on Eddie. But we don't see that in Bryan WWE because WWE waters down people. They don't water down people. They grab what you do. I hate that term.
Yeah,
watering down.
Watering down is such a dumb. People need to understand, this is not about us, the hardcore fans. There's more wrestling fans out there. Do you want more people? I don't understand wrestling fans. It's like they don't want more people to watch the product. Look, everyone loves the Attitude Era and sucks that fucking era's dick. What great wrestling did we see in the Attitude Era? Oh, Crash Holly versus Al Snow was great wrestling. No, wrestling. in-ring work doesn't really carry a promotion. Great storylines, great comedy. That carries a fucking promotion.
Listen, if this was AIW or PWG or Ring of Honor, fuck yeah, ring work would matter.
Yeah.
Because they're not strong on storyline. But because, again, when you are the number one company in WWE and you're the number two company in TNA, ring work is not going to matter a lot. Storylines, drama, that is going to matter more. And I think a lot of you don't understand that, or maybe you do, but you're just so hard headed to not realize that. And I'm not talking to you, but people out there.
Yeah, because honestly, when you look at wrestling, it's like when you see one 30-minute match, you're tired already. You don't want to see another fucking 30-minute match, and yet we get another fucking 30-minute match. Like, most people are going to be like, not going to sit there and want to watch it. I am proven example. I host WrestleMania parties every fucking year. I bring casual fans over to watch it because they used to be wrestling fans, or they're just my friends wanting to hang out with me. And guess what? After watching the Taker match, they'll be bored after that match. They'll go around, do something else. And then, like, in the main event, when it's another 30-minute match, they're just like, I can't watch this. They're more on their phones. They're talking. We're fooling around. It tires them out. That's why it's good what WWE used to do, where, mid-card matches, sometimes there's some mid-card matches where you could get 20 minutes too, but they would only give them 15 minutes. And then the main event would be 20 minutes plus, depending on the storyline or situation. So, to me personally, like, in-ring work isn't important in wrestling. Yeah, it can be. It's cool if you can do some cool moves after a while, but it's just like, honestly, it's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, because if it was a big deal, Ring of Honor would be a much bigger promotion. Ring of Honor wouldn't have to go to high school gyms. That's the thing. Like, I think in-ring work is just such an overrated aspect of professional wrestling that people just, like, live by it and feel like, oh, if you can work in the ring, you should go. Like, don't get me wrong. Does Roman Reigns' cockpits deserve to be in the main event WrestleMania? No, not really. But did Batista deserve to be in the main event? Absolutely not. But he made it work. Like, that's the thing. Like, people forget that, like, there's been worse people in the ring, and yet they were successful in their career. And in-ring work, it's like a small thing. Like, that's why I like Seth Rollins, because Seth Rollins, yeah, he can do a lot of moves, but guess what? Seth Rollins knows what works. Seth Rollins has a style that's easy for anyone to watch, and then when it's a big match, he'll be like, you know what? I'm going to hit the Phoenix Splash. He understands that. That's why he's a great fucking worker. That's why he's a great fucking character, because Seth Rollins gets it. To me, Daniel Bryan gets it, but I just feel like when they talk about in-ring work with him, it's just like, look, he's like everyone else on the roster. Everyone on the WWE roster, even the TNA roster, they have their basic moves that they're going to do. They have their 5 moves of doom, and then boom, bam, it's done. I mean, with John Cena, it's different because John Cena's matches are all poorly booked. It's all, oh, Cena gets beaten down, rap-a-doo, reverse the FU or STF, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, in my defense of the fans, like, at least in, like, I would say most of the WrestleManias, you had one good in-ring general, not worker, but general. And then you had that one guy that I would put in the Roman Reigns category that was okay. And that's what made, that helped pull off a good match, which in this case, it's like, okay, who's going to be calling the match? Because, like, I mean, let's face it, Brock Lesnar, he's not all that of a good wrestler. Matter of fact, he's not even a wrestler. He's mainly just, it's just like, it has all the potential to be shit.
Yeah, that main event is going to be interesting to watch. I'm going to be laughing my ass off while watching that main event because, like you said, Lesnar, he's not that good of an in-ring worker. I mean, can he wrestle a technical match? Absolutely. Look at all the Angle matches that he had. But look at who he was facing. Kurt fucking Angle. Like, one of the best that you will see inside of the ring.
Back then.
Exactly.
Back then. In his prime, Kurt Angle.
In his prime,
not
Kurt
Angle. Not the injury prone, which I'll get into later on as well. Match. But I'll tell you what, Weston, dude, we appreciate you calling in, dude. We're going to let you go, and we're going to wrap up this show in a little bit. And then, that'll be the end of us, dude. So thank you for calling in, all right, bro? But before you go, do you want to plug your Twitter, dude, for the people to follow you and all that fun stuff? You got a YouTube channel?
Yeah, well, I'm on the Spreaker, I guess, whatever it's called. I finally, got to get on there and, do my thing. But yeah, I don't know if you're supposed to subscribe on there or just watch me. But anyway, just watch me at Wrestling Sports Podcast. I guess is what I called it.
Okay, no problem. Go check out Wrestling Sports Podcast, guys. Give them a check out. All right, Wesley, thank you for calling in. All right, bro?
All right. You're welcome. Be safe, guys.
Be safe, bro.
All right,
Appreciate
man.
the call, man.
All right.
And there you go. But read some of these comments real quick, okay? Now let's get to the main event. Angle versus Lashley. Okay? Oh, boy. Overall, I thought it was a fun match. I thought so. I thought it was a very good back-and-forth match. Okay? What if unknown number sent you a voice message? This should be fun. I wonder what
The Rock says,
Yeah, The Rock.
"Oh,
That's
you're
supposed to play.
wrong." Chill out.
Hey, brother. Hey, brother.
That's it.
Hey man, it's too long tonight. Hey man, it's too long tonight. Listen, I'm serious. I want to take you out.
Holy sh! I want to take you out. Okay.
I want to take you out, dude.
You want to make some serious money? Oh yes, I do.
Oh, yes, I do, motherfucker. Okay.
Okay.
Anywho. Yeah,
Hulk
that was
Hogan.
fun. Hulk Hogan, brother. Okay, what's next? Macho Man? Anywho.
Ooh.
Okay. Comments here from Alucard again. He makes another comment.
No.
Fans want more from WWE in terms of Bryan because WWE has never given Bryan the respect he deserves. What are you talking about?
They gave him 5 championships. Fuck off.
The
Like,
most
how many-
over guy in the company never has a guy. Never has a. The most over guy in the company never has a guy got shit on as the top guy like he has. At WrestleMania 30, Triple H controlled most of the match. It was all a flop victory. But at the end of the day, he won. That's all that fucking matters. He won the fucking match at WrestleMania 30.
Alucard just likes to look at the negative when it comes to WWE. You know, like Alucard, I know you like to like call out like people for negative on TNA. Let me call you out right here, boy. You are always negative towards WWE. You barely give WWE any props. So if you're going to defend TNA like you are, please do not come on here and say, oh, all these people that bash TNA for no good reason. I've given my reasons why I can bash TNA. I have been a loyal fucking fan. So I can give reasons if I want to insult some of the stupidity that goes on with TNA. With you with WWE, you barely say anything that they have done that is worth a damn. I give praise to TNA for actually doing good in-ring action, but I think it's stupid that every show needs a fucking gimmick match. Not every show needs a stupid-ass gimmick match to get fucking over. And I think it's fucking stupid that Kurt Angle's TNA World Champion. It's dumb. Going back to your old ways.
Well, you spoiled it for me, Chase. Thanks a lot, bro. Fuck.
Kurt Angle.
Oh, give a
Well,
fuck.
okay,
Like,
so
I'm just like, here's the thing. It's okay for you not to like a promotion, but like to insult everything that promotion does is ridiculous. Like, look, I'm not the biggest TNA fan, but am I going to insult him? No, Rockstar Spud's champion. That's good shit right there. Rockstar Spud's a good character. I like what they're doing with EC3. EC3 is a great character. Deserves the push that he's getting. Like, there's good people on TNA. I ain't going to deny it, but there's some stupid stuff with TNA that just makes me boggle my mind why this company still does it.
Are you about to tear, dude? You about to tear right now and shit.
Oh,
But
God.
Like, listen, okay.
I just used to love TNA so much. I used to be a huge TNA fan, and it just upsets me what they become. And I just hate it where TNA fans do that. It's like, let me just say this. Let me just say this. Good old days. That's good old days. It's like if you guys don't know, I'm an alcoholic. I'm an AA. I'm an alcohol awareness anonymous. And let me tell you guys something. When it comes down to it with an alcoholic, if you keep on telling the alcoholic what they're doing is okay, they're going to believe that shit. And you're being too codependent with it. You're accepting their problems and not trying to help solve the fucking problem. That's the thing with TNA fans. They like to accept the problems and not try to help them. And here's the thing. Kurt Angle winning the TNA World Championship, how is this good for this company? I get it. Destination America wanted this, but if I'm TNA, I'm putting my foot down and saying no. We have Bobby Lashley.
Well, there you go. Okay, fine. Go on.
like they have Bobby Lashley, who's a MMA fighter, a guy that could definitely put over a young talent like a Bram, like a Gunner. Even though I think Gunner's trash, but he could be able to put over a guy like that. But instead it's just like, oh yeah, we're going to put over Kurt Angle. Yeah, because that worked out so well on Spike TV for all the many years. Kurt Angle definitely is going to help out being your world champion. How? It isn't going to help out. This is the problem that TNA has. They keep going back to the same old bullshit that led them to fail.
Okay. Now, I agree with what you're saying to an extent. I do agree with it. However, this is how I look at it too. Yes, it was a good match. I watched it. I saw the match. I thought it was fun. Back and forth, what have you, right? Which Ella writes in the comments as well. Kurt Angle actually had a match of the year. Now, Angle is a champ, a decorated wrestler, perhaps the greatest wrestler in history. WWE's champ now is a guy who never appeared, wrestles shitty matches except the Punk Rollins Cena matches. At WrestleMania 31, it will be an NFL washout who is the Rock's cousin, and plus with these recent spoiler angles isn't gonna last for long. EY goes full psycho. Aries EC3 are on his back.
Oh great, Eric Young, because that's a fucking good person to have.
Now, okay, listen. Okay, again, it was a good match. I watched it, but let's be realistic here. Let's be realistic. The only reason why Kurt Angle is the world champion in TNA right now, because Destination America made the request. That's what it is. Yes, he's a good, decorated wrestler, all you want. But reality is the guy's in his 40s, injury prone.
The title.
That's reality.
Yeah, and that could help Bobby Lashley get more over. He beats Kurt Angle. It's like, holy shit, this guy's unstoppable. Who could beat this guy? Type of deal. Like, oh, this guy's actually legit. It's like, no, let's give it to Kurt Angle. Go on, Steven.
Again, the reason why it's happening because again, Destination America requested TNA, hey, listen, we really would like it if you really put this guy over, make him look strong.
For what?
He's already strong. He's already
Listen. We understand you want to push. I understand you guys are willing to. I understand you guys want to push Eric Young to the world title, which is fine. But we would prefer you guys put over Kurt Angle right now. Oh, you want to push Austin Aries? Well, that's good. We're okay with it, but you know what? We in the network of Destination America, we prefer if you guys put over Kurt Angle because, hey, that's the guy that we want right now.
EC3, one of your best characters on TV? Fuck him, Kurt Angle.
Here's my thing. The only positive I can see from this is if EC3 is the guy to beat Kurt Angle.
That's the only positive I can see from it.
I can only hope.
He's the only guy. Listen.
Hey, Steven, I'm going to say this right now. I said this back in my first debut of the Teamheel podcast, and I'm going to stick by it. The man who will defeat Kurt Angle and become champion will either be Alberto El Patron or Rey Mysterio Jr.
Oh, God. There you go again.
Yeah, I'm saying it, man. I don't care. It's a shame. And the only reason why I said or Rey Mysterio Jr. because we don't know how long Patron is out for. Get well soon, bro.
Yeah, get well soon, bro. Get well soon. Get well soon, bro.
Yeah, get well soon.
The comment threads here right now as we speak. It's the upcoming. Here's where's the comment here? I found it here. Wait a minute. I'm willing to bet that TNA on the next Friday will be better than WrestleMania 31. Yes, WrestleMania 31 will sell more tickets because 40 years of history and lock on the casual market. But how long are fans going to keep defending WWE for putting on a bad show? Pay $2,031 for bad.
No one defends their shit.
I'm sorry, dude.
No one defends their shit.
You have to be really stupid to try to compare a weekly show to the World Cup of pro wrestling, which is WrestleMania.
I don't care
31.
how bad Mania's gonna be. If I had to choose between to go to a Mania live or TNA taping live, I'm gonna choose Mania.
And especially the fact it's like
that's like me saying, okay, I prefer to watch the high school regional soccer competition than instead of traveling to Brazil to go watch the FIFA. The World Cup.
Yeah, it's like
Mind
saying,
you, this World Cup was rigged. Mind you, this World Cup was fucking rigged. I'll say that.
And then like the CFL, it's like saying like, oh yeah, I'd rather go to the CFL Grey Cup than the Super Bowl. Like the fuck, like no, I don't. Okay, could Impact be better overall than WrestleMania? Sure. No one's gonna deny that something could be better than this year's Mania. That many YouTubers have said this is going to be a bad WrestleMania. No one's gonna deny that shit. But it's just like, no one's defending WWE and their BS. When you look at WWE's history, they just have an overall better history than most wrestling companies. Most wrestling companies wish they were like Vince McMahon back in the day to buy out all the other fucking territories. Most people wish that shit.
But I'm sorry, dude. Again, Alec, you're my boy and all, but fuck, dude. To say that Impact gonna be better than WrestleMania 31, you realize you're trying to compare a 2-hour show to what's gonna be a 4-hour show.
And not to mention, like, people still pay money for WrestleMania, Alucard, because, let's face it, that's a vacation time for them. They always go to an area where it's like, oh, let me go this here for vacation. It's during spring break for most of the time, so most people are planning their trips towards WrestleMania. People buy these tickets over $2,000 because it's fucking convenient for them. I don't know if you understand this. People like going on vacations, Alucard. They don't like freaking just sitting around doing nothing.
And again, I don't want this to be the Let's Slam Alec. It's not. We're not slamming him, anything like that. Okay? But I just feel like some of the things that he says right now is just a head scratcher. It is. Granted, that's my belief that when it comes to Kurt Angle right now. Say whatever you want about him. Yes, good in-ring performer, arguably soon to be WWE Hall of Fame bound. He is going to be Hall of Fame bound. I do believe it's going to happen. Okay? But, again, and I hate being repetitive here, the only reason why he's the world champion is because, hey, thanks to Destination America. That's who they want representing TNA. And when you have a network telling you who to push and promote, to some extent, you're fucked.
Yeah.
To some extent, you're fucked. Because you have no say. You don't have a say in it.
They'll push whoever they want, no matter... Even if it's a washed-up person. I don't like saying Kurt Angle's washed up, but...
He's not washed up. It's just the fact that he's injury
out
prone.
of his prime. He's done. Like, he's old.
Not that he's done. It's just the fact
Pretty
that, you
much.
know what?
He should be a part-timer.
To an extent, when you think about this, TNA tapes so much in advance that it's not like he's wrestling every week.
I guess.
He's wrestling... But the problem is, though, that, again, if I'm TNA right now, I've said this numerous times. My philosophy is... Wrestling is a young man's sport. So if I'm TNA, I would go the Paul Heyman route. Think youth. You get a roster full of guys who are in their early 20s or abouts. And invest in these guys.
They always go back to their old habits, though.
But not, again, you can have a veteran all you want. You can have a veteran like Bobby Roode, fine. But... Again, how is this going to youth when you have a guy who's like in his 40s or abouts or more than that? Mm-hmm. And again, the only positive thing I see out of this is if EC3, the hardcore American icon, becomes the world champion out of this. If there's a wrestling god out there right now, please let EC3 be the TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
Yeah. That's the one dude that I think should win it. Him or Bram. Like, those are the only two heels that are worth a damn.
Bram is another one who really... Again, that who I buy as a heel.
Yeah, those are the only two heels that are worth the damn. Like I've been reading the spoilers as well, and I see Gunner is getting a push, which is ridiculous to me. I don't know why they're pushing this cunt or whatever.
Man.
Yeah, I don't know why, man. I don't know why.
Samuel Shaw? That's what I want to know.
It was a good character for a while, but
he was.
They missed the boat with him. Like they kind of buried him when they fucking had it, where he was like he went to like okay, the dude obviously had his house, but then they said that he lived with his mother, and then they took him to his room, and that like, oh, that was such a burial.
Yeah.
Yeah. Indeed. Absolutely. But again, guys, I'm just hoping EC3 is the guy. Or if not, hey, Austin Aries. Austin Aries, another one. Please. Make him the world champ, if anything. You know? You know what I mean? Like, come on now. But now, before we wrap this, there's one thing I've been noticing here, and something that I really just want to get out there, okay? Hey, you. WWE fanboy. Yeah, that's right, you. You only watch WWE. You don't watch TNA. You don't watch Ring of Honor. You only watch WWE. It's all you fucking watch. Guess what? Bro, I'm speaking in general.
I know.
Right. Hey, you. Guess what? You're a wrestling fan. Hey, you, TNA fanboy. Yeah, that's right, you right now. TNA is shit right now. Why the fuck do you watch it? But yet you're still defending it no matter what. TNA can't fucking sell out a 500-seat arena in America. They have to go out of the fucking country to sell out a fucking... And you're still defending this shit? It's about to go out of business. Guess what? You, TNA fanboy, are a wrestling fan. Hey, you indie smart. Hey, that's right, you fucking indie smart over there. The guy that go to the high school gyms to watch wrestling on Friday and Saturday nights. You don't watch, you're always bitter about what the fuck WWE's giving you. You don't watch TNA. But yet you defend everything on the internet. You think the fucking Young Bucks are God's gift to wrestling. Holy fucking shit. Guess what? You are also a wrestling fan. Doesn't matter what the fuck we watch. Doesn't fucking matter. I hate the idea that if someone doesn't watch a brand, they're all automatically labeled a WWE fanboy. I hate that term. I just fucking hate it. At the end of the fucking day, pro wrestling is fucking pro wrestling, regardless of the brand, regardless of the shape of the ring, regardless of... Wrestling is wrestling at the end of the fucking day. Doesn't matter the brand, doesn't matter the shape of the ring, doesn't matter the size of the people that are in the ring competing. As long as it has two guys or two women in the ring, it's fucking wrestling, people. Understand that.
Yeah, and I find it funny. Like I saw this one guy call this other dude a WWE fanboy, and yet he's like the biggest NXT fan. I'm like, don't you watch NXT? It's called WWE NXT. It's not NXT is not its own fucking show, people. It's not its own fucking like company. It's so funny when people call other people WWE fanboys and they watch NXT. It's like you watch NXT
is part of the WWE.
Yeah,
understand that shit.
It has the same WWE style. Like, oh, so what? They get to wrestle longer. It's still WWE at the end of the day. I just find it funny.
Exactly. Absolutely, guys. At the end of the day, listen, we're all wrestling fans. Doesn't matter what the fuck we watch. At the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling, and it'll always be that way. You know? Whether you all like it or not. That's from Heel Steven to all of you. Anything you guys want to add to this before we wrap this up? To what I said?
Yeah, people stop trying to make NXT like its own thing. I'm sick and tired of like when people refer to like the WWE product or they bash the WWE product. They try to make NXT stand out like it's its own wrestling company. It isn't. It is just a brand. It's like any other brand owned by the WWE. Yes, there's different guys on there. Yes, there's a lot of your favorites on there. But stop trying to make it feel like NXT is different from the WWE because it isn't. They have the same formula. They have the same shit that goes on from Raw and SmackDown. You can see that leak into the other shows. It is still the same fucking product. I'm sick and tired of you wrestling fans that fucking bash all this shit about the WWE, yet you praise NXT when NXT has its same problems. Look, the only good thing about NXT are their takeover specials. Let's be real here. Because when you watch NXT weekly reviews or weekly shows, it's the same fucking bullshit every week. How many times do I have to watch Sin Cara and the fucking Vaudevillains before I get fucking bored? Blake and Murphy versus the Vaudevillains before I get fucking bored. The same formula of short matches on a show. Just saying, NXT is not its own fucking brand. It's part of the WWE. Stop treating it like it's different. Because guess what? All your little favorites on NXT, they're going to be on Raw and SmackDown one day. And what are they going to become? Jobbers.
Yeah.
Not legit.
Pretty much, yeah. I love NXT, but it's not, at the end of the day, all those wrestlers are going to be in the WWE, and you're probably going to hate the way they're treated there. But yeah, wrestling is just wrestling. If you don't really have to hate on one brand or label someone a fanboy, if you enjoy something, just enjoy it.
Exactly. Listen, if you don't watch TNA or if you don't watch Ring of Honor, you're not a bad person. You're still a wrestling fan regardless. I just hate the idea.
Yeah, it doesn't make you less than a fan.
I hate the idea that we as fans, we judge someone's character as a human being based off what brand we watch.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like for example, it's like basketball fans, for example. Like, you don't have, just because I don't watch or follow college basketball as much as you do does not make me less of a basketball fan or worse as a basketball fan as a general. I just don't prefer the college game. It's like people who don't watch college football doesn't make you less of a football fan. It's because you just don't like how the college game is organized. That's fine. Just because you're still watching at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how hardcore, how medium, how much you are invested in sport. If you're a fan of a team, you're a fan of a team. I always hate it where it's just like, oh, just because you don't look, I'm sorry that I'm not the biggest Lucha Underground fan in the world. I get it where people love it. I can see the appeal of it. I just don't like soap opera wrestling. That's just me. I mean, they put on good stuff, but I'm not going to shit on someone that they say they love Lucha Underground. They say that's their favorite show. If that's their favorite show, cool. I'm not going to shit on people for saying TNA is their favorite show. I shit on people who defend TNA to the point where it's just like, no, you shouldn't be defending this. No one should be defending dumb shit. That's where I draw the line. If you defend dumb shit, and this goes for WWE as well, I see people defend so much dumb shit with WWE, such as Cena winning the U.S. title. That is dumb as fuck. Whoever defends it, whoever is advocating that, seriously, why? That's not going to do good in any business terms of a sense. For me personally, you're watching it, you're a fan. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. No one should be belittled just because they watch a certain form of entertainment. Some people don't like watching NBA, so they just watch college. That's good. That's them. Just let them be them. Exactly. Some people, especially when it comes to soccer, too. Soccer has all these different leagues. I'll say it. I enjoy American soccer. Does that make me less of a soccer fan? No. Some soccer fans will be like, oh, how do you enjoy it? But I think MLS has something to offer. I don't think it's the best league, but I enjoy watching it.
You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to grab this clip of the podcast and put it on my channel. Title it "Wrestling is Wrestling," regardless what brand we watch. It's true.
Yeah,
because the
MLS brand you watch.
Yeah, soccer, depending on what brand of soccer you're watching, or football.
Exactly, football. Yeah, if you're in Europe, it's football.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, listen, it doesn't matter what fan of the wrestler you are. You could be the biggest John Cena fan. Are you a bad person because of it? No.
No.
You could be listen. There's people out there who find Roman Reigns being, the next champion a good thing. Hey, that's fine as well. It's their opinion. You know what I'm saying?
You got
like Weston, for example. He thinks Daniel Bryan should be the man. That's fine as well. Guess what? He's also a wrestling fan.
He's also a wrestling fan. He watches wrestling. It's not a big deal. If he likes a certain wrestler that I don't like.
Exactly. Some of the comments here that, hey man, heel Steven preach, LOL. Weston Flores writes again, TNA is giving the title to Kurt Angle is like WWE giving the title to The Undertaker. It's just not going to end good. He writes again, let's be real. As fans, we don't see Rockstar Spud as a X Division champion, which I kind of do. I'm sorry to say that. But nonetheless, he is, and do you guys see EC3 taking the belt off of Spud? No.
Because it's kind of hard to take Spud seriously. That's what people.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think Spud's a good performer. I mean, if you watch his stuff, if you watch him, put it this way: you want to talk about watering down? Look at Spud.
Yeah, that guy.
Look at him on the indie scene in the UK. this guy was fucking awesome. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not now, but now you see him
He's more of
wearing
a comedy character.
bow ties and different color, and it's fine as well.
It's working.
Hey, got him over, man. Sometimes you have to change the performer. You can't always be the same performer. It's like in the NFL when you get a prospect and they don't want to change their ways because they feel like, oh, what I'm doing is correct because I've been told this my whole life. Well, if you don't change your ways, you're not going to succeed. And Rockstar Spud realized, like, look, yeah, I could be this guy that does a bunch of fucking different moves, but almost everyone else is like this. Let me be a character. Let me see how that works. And look at that. He's one of the more entertaining things about TNA.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, we're going to end it like this, guys. Wrestling is wrestling regardless of what we watch. Be proud of who you are. Be proud of what brand you watch at the end of the fucking day. Don't let anyone try to talk you down. Don't let anyone say, oh, that brand sucks because of this and this and that. If you like it, you like it, great. If you don't like it, that's fine as well. Now, if you don't like a brand, then don't watch it. That's simple, you know?
Yeah.
That's why God, whoever it is, whoever you believe in, gave you a fucking remote control. You know?
Just
That's
turn it
simple,
off.
guys.
That's the turn off button.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But if there's anything that we didn't talk about here, let me know. Anything you want to talk about that maybe we didn't talk about?
We covered everything, almost everything important.
Oh, yeah, the short little thing. Will Finn Balor be making a cool entrance at WrestleMania since there's a tournament that the winner will be in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royale?
No.
No? Okay.
If you think about it with the Battle Royal, what they normally do is, you know, like, let's say, for example, the three of us were in the Battle Royal, right? And I come out to the ring, and as I'm halfway there, your entrance pops up.
Okay.
That's how it works. So imagine if Finn Balor gets like maybe Raw after Mania.
Okay, that'd be cool.
You know what I'm saying?
I was just wondering. That was a quick little question that I had.
I doubt it, though.
I hope he wins. Go, Balor, go.
You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do tonight, though? You know what I'm gonna do tonight? I'm gonna watch some TNA old school, though, to knock out. That's what I'm gonna do. Got some, you know,
old school TNA.
Yeah, if you guys want to see the moment of time where I love TNA, I think they still have that YouTube channel, Impact Wrestling Plus or something like that. Go watch some Impact Wrestling Plus.
I think you gotta pay for that. It's their version of the WWE Network.
Yeah, it's their version of the WWE Network. It's really cheap. It's like if you have $4 to spend, just spend $4 on that. You'll be like, oh, so this is why Chase is so upset with current TNA and why he's angry at it, because I'm watching this old TNA and I'm saying to myself, holy shit.
I'll be real though. I'll be honest here. You want me, my favorite moment in TNA, I guess, if you want to really say, to date. I'm gonna go in color for this as well. Bam. Destination X 2012.
Oh, really?
That's a good moment.
Yeah, that.
Austin Aries won the world title, and it's got publicity. People in the NFL were talking about this, NBA, MLB, even CM Punk was talking about it. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
The night he won the world title, then. Exactly.
Yep,
just imagine if those two actually had a match today in today's.
Or at that time when they were both like really hot, yeah.
Total Domination. Noah asked, "Do you guys invite people?"
Sometimes.
Sometimes depends on the person. Like if you're just some random person, and let's put it this way, right? We invite people in. We do we look at people's works. You know what I'm saying? And we think about it. Should we bring them in or not? Because let's just assume, hey, you're a channel with, I don't know. Let's say you're a channel with 0 subscribers and 0 videos and no activity whatsoever. You know what I mean? Not gonna happen. Now, if you got a video and you're just saying this sucks, whatever, there's a good chance. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why we added the call-in, so people can call in and give their thoughts, so that way people can come in and join and talk with us. And the thing is, with us, like, we all have cameras, headphones, and stuff like that. That's the thing that a lot of people don't think about. It's just that, like, we're trying to entertain people, but it's like it's going to be kind of hard if, like, your microphone is crappy or if you don't have headphones, so we're just hearing this constant echo. Just like we're trying to expand the brand as much as possible. And
exactly. The fact that
presentation is key. Presentation
exactly,
is key.
Yeah. And now that we're on iTunes, we're on Stitcher, and all that,
we don't want too much technical difficulties, like being like, oh man, like damn his mic went out, or damn he kept on like coming into the call and stuff like that. So that's why we have the call-in feature. So if you ever want to give your thoughts, man, just call in on us and we'll answer and we'll talk with y'all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The channel with total drama. Method. No, I think that's the channel.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the best method to just call in. I think.
I think his video is my reaction to Bruce Blitz.
Bruce Blitz
versus John Cena at WrestleMania 32.
Are we about to Bruce Blitz?
Let me tell you, I'm going to, talk about how John Cena fucking sucks and he's fucking terrible.
Hold up. Now listen here. Okay? I think you're wrong. Okay, I think, I think. Hold up, Chase. You gotta put the hat the other way.
Oh yeah.
You gotta have that fucking. His video start with it's a background.
Yeah, you gotta go away.
You gotta have go down and then come back up, like zoom in like an elevator.
Yeah, he pops up.
There you go. Well, I think that overall, I thought Cena had a good match.
No, this Matt Genius, you're my friend and all, but you're losing your man card with me. You're saying John Cena a good match. John Cena fucking sucks.
Well, listen, I don't know what you're talking about. I think that...
Matt Genius, please. The more you talk, the more I'm just going to get more angry, and I'm going to yell at you, and you know that you need me so that way you can be successful here. Stop, please, stop. Let's go break down the match. So we got Paige versus AJ Lee. Paige kicked off with Matt Genius. God, man.
Your VIP.
On a serious note, you know what's funny? The other day I'm on ProWrestlingTees.com, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck, I'll share this with you guys. Why not, right? Pro wrestling. I'm going on it now. I found this hilarious. I found this hilarious as fuck. You won't believe what store I found on ProWrestlingTees.com.
Oh, the Matt Genius store?
Holy shit! You gotta be shitting me.
You didn't know he had a...
You didn't know that?
I'm like, dude, nothing against him, but the shirts that's on this shit right now, just the shirts that's in here. I'm gonna share with you guys the screen here, for you guys to see here. Because again, why not, right?
Yeah.
At this point, I don't care. Just the shirts that are here right now. Holy shit! Just the shirts that are here right now. You guys see this, right?
Blitz team.
Blitz
team.
AOG icon. AOG Infinite Overtime. Blitz effing team. Blitz team. I love the Vanilla Midgets. Blitz team. More power to you. Wrestling enthusiast. Like, I'm sorry.
The
Strong style is the only style. I'm sorry, but who would really buy? Who would buy a Blitz team shirt? I'm sorry. Who the fuck would buy these?
There are people, man. I remember I saw some dude repping a Blitz team shirt at a WWE show. Okay, I'm just gonna say this: if you're a YouTuber going to open up Pro Wrestling Tees, make sure you're opening one up where it's just going to be it's fun shirts that anyone can wear.
For us, the ideas that we have.
Yeah,
the logos that you see right here.
Yeah.
Teamheel Podcast.
The Cockfist shirt.
Cockfist Party.
Cockfist Party.
Heels World with the Teamheel logo, with just Heels World. Shit like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Keep calm and heal. I don't know, some shit like that we're thinking about. We're thinking about doing T-shirts eventually somewhere down the line.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how to. Matt Genius can get on. I'm pretty sure we can get on for wrestling teams.
The thing though, obviously we're not gonna get there right away. We'll probably start off with Spreadshirt, which I'm fine to do as well. Spreadshirt.com. Start off from there, and then from there work our way to the ProWrestlingTees.com. You know what I mean? Come up with these cool ideas, And hey, maybe if you guys have a cool design that you want us to, put out there, we'll put it out there.
I would wear the Cockfist Party shirt so much.
Cockfist Party.
Cockfist Party.
My friends are gonna be like, "What the fuck is a Cockfist?"
Heels World, Teamheel Podcast. Keep calm and heal on. I don't know. some shit like that. You know
No,
what I
no
mean?
farm animals for me. It would be no farm animals.
No
I
farm
I could have a line of shirts like I could have a line of
I'm-
shirts for me.
I'm a team heel guy. I don't know. Shit like that, you know. Again, ideas that we're planning out for the future. You know, idea that we're planning for the future, guys, to make this.
At the end of the day, we're wrestling fans. Like wrestling is wrestling.
Wrestling is wrestling. At the end of the
Yeah.
day, and I'm gonna have all the brand, but I'm not gonna have them in the logo, but different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shit like that, guys. But guys, 2015 is almost ending.
What?
Spring is
What?
here.
What are you talking about?
You think-
2015
you
is
think
not
about it.
almost ending.
You think about it, like time goes by like that. Yesterday
It's
was
not
October.
almost ending. If it was
Now
almost
spring.
ending, my birthday would be coming up.
Yeah,
No,
time goes by
it's not.
fast, but you could say winter's ending, not 2015.
Winter ending.
Winter's over. Okay, winter's over. Summer.
There we go.
Summer's almost here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go the t-shirt route. We're gonna go the t-shirt route real soon. Expect that to be happen real soon. And yeah, guys, we thank you all for tuning in this week for episode 85 of the Teamheel podcast. We go live every Friday. We try to do 11:30 p.m., but sometimes we're a little late. But it happens, you know. It happens. I hope you guys enjoy this new mic that I'm rocking, this new mic arm, you know. But yeah, quote Ric Flair. To make money, you gotta spend money, you know. So there you go.
Yeah.
But we thank you all for tuning in as always, whether it be here on the live stream, whether it be on the playback, whether it be on iTunes or Stitcher Radio or ShoutEngine.com. We appreciate it. We appreciate everyone for tuning in, downloading the podcast, whatever it may be. Spread the word. As always, guys, hit the subscribe button down below. Share this podcast through all your social media, Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, Google+, Facebook, wrestling pages, and all that. Spread the love, people. Let the people know about us. Comment down below what your thoughts, whether it be here on the comment threads or on Twitter at Teamheel Podcast. Use the hashtag THP to interact. And yeah. And like, of course, as always, like, you know. You can follow me on Twitter at HeelSteven, like the screen says below there on the other side there, wherever it may be. You can check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/HeelSteven. I was actually a guest on the OKFabe Random Wrestling Podcast this week. Go check that out as well. I have a link to that down below in the description. And yeah, go check that out, guys. And we'll be back next week for episode 86 of the Team Up Podcast. That's it for me. Kick it, boys.
Yep. You can follow me on Twitter at AMWalter and subscribe to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/KnowledgeWrestling.
You guys can follow me on Twitter at ChaseOliver68. My YouTube channel is just Chase Oliver because YouTube said fuck the 68. And make sure you guys subscribe to the Team Heel podcast and Heel Stevens channel. And remember, people, if you're dreaming about playing dodgeball, you're obviously avoiding something in life. So fix that problem.
Exactly. Remember, guys, at the end of the day, wrestling is wrestling. It's always a cock fist party.
Oh, 9 days away from the cock this party.
We'll be back next week for the go-home show into WrestleMania.
Yes, sir.
We're going to make that a long show. We're going to try to make that a long show. We're going to bring some people in, you know, have a little round table, if you will. So you won't, who knows who'll pop in. You'll never know. All right, guys. With that being said, guys, I'm Heel Steven.
Cockfist party.
We're out.
He's Chase Oliver. He's Knowledge at Wrestling. And we're at the end of the day, we're just simply wrestling fans who love pro wrestling and this combat sports and shit in general. To quote our friend, the PW Outsider, when life has you down, remember, masturbation is key. All in the wrist, all in the fingers, ladies.
Just like Roman Reigns.
Blanch your vegetables. All right. Till next time, guys, we'll catch you at episode 86 of the Teamheel Podcast. Good night, everybody.